comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So a couple of people that listen to the podcast are heading to India in the next couple of weeks. So I'm going to do a little bit of a fucking rundown on what you should do if you go to India, instead of talking about how hard I fucking bombed last night. I fucking bombed hard. Whoa. That's the second time now I've gone from doing my show to like fans of the podcast, my people, to the very next day doing a show to just randoms. And in my head, I'm like, I'll just treat them like they're my people. Last time I did it, I bombed in front of 120 people. This time I bombed in front of like 50. I was like, I'm just going to go on stage, treat them like they're mine. I don't even need to win them over anymore. So I pulled out the miscarriage abortion gear like second joke and never really got them back after that. And not only that, there was a fucking podcast listener in the crowd who went to my Newcastle show, but also went to the fucking show in the Container. So he's seen me 3 times in about 2 months. And I could tell speaking to him after the show, he had lost respect for me. His girlfriend actually got up and walked out of the room while I was doing the miscarriage abortion shit. I'm getting a little bit frustrated with these fucking random crowds at the moment. I love performing to my people. That is like an absolute fucking joy. Then I've had 2 ends of the spectrum the last 4 days. I had Saturday night, I had the Newcastle gig. Not my one, I did the showcase. And they started pulling back on me because because they're low-key racist and they don't like when people bring it up publicly. And in fucking Glebe last night, you got the fucking other end of the fucking spectrum. You've got the full autistics there. So I can't win on either end of the fucking scale at the moment. So it's starting to fucking annoy me. And I expect a little bit of it because the shit I say is pretty on the edge most of the time. It's either fucking touching the line or stepping right across it. So I do expect a little bit of backlash, but you know, my patience with the fucking normal people out there is starting to wear very fucking thin. Because my people, you cunts, you guys don't give a fuck what I say. And that is very liberating and dangerous for me. But I can't fucking do jokes about like TV shows. There was a guy last night, he did well. He did really well. But he was doing material about Bondi Rescue, which is funny for everyone because Bondi's in Sydney. It's a TV show. There's heaps of fucking jokes you can make about it. When I left Sydney 10 years ago, I was doing jokes about Bondi Rescue. And they were getting good laughs. It's pretty easy to get a fucking laugh from a joke about Bondi Rescue. You just tease the fucking Japanese exchange student. It's fucking easy. I've heard a million of them. I was doing them 10 years ago, getting good laughs. Then I went to fucking Melbourne. I matured as a comedian and I came back and now I'm getting no laughs from abortion shit. That's the arc. And it's not abortion shit either. That's just what I named the joke. It's a very personal story. It's storytelling. It's got nothing to do with Roe versus Wade. It's got nothing to do with the politics behind abortion. It's just a fucking story. Granted, I fucking did make a little bit of a mistake fucking bringing it up 2 jokes in to a crowd that I hadn't won over who weren't there to see me. Because usually I don't bring it in till like 20 minutes into my set to the people who listen to this podcast, just in case. So I take a little bit of responsibility there. But also, that's a fucking enough of every cunt being such a fucking pussy. What it feels like is happening in Australian comedy is there is a crowd for dark material. Jim Jeffries just sold out fucking arenas. Tim Dillon just sold out State Theatre in Sydney, Melbourne, all that sort of shit. Shane Gillis is coming down. He's a dark motherfucker. He's selling everything out. Tom Segura, he's selling everything out. So there is a fucking audience for the rough stuff in Australia. But Australian audiences aren't getting exposed to any of the fucking darker comedians because they just get filtered out of Australian comedy immediately Because the audience members that would enjoy the fucking rough stuff have been burnt so many fucking times by fucking beige bullshit comedy that they just wait for the fucking cunts that they know are going to be legit to come over from overseas instead of wading through the bullshit that's Australian comedy. And it is bullshit. Amos Gill, Jim Jeffries opener. I read an article. He was interviewed fucking the other day because he's going on a tour around Australia. He's Jim Jeffries opener. He's been Jim Jeffries opener for like fucking 5 years or something like that. But he's a good comedian in his own right as well. I've heard he's been fucking killing. But the other day I was reading an interview he did and they asked him, what advice would you have for new comedians that want to start? And all he said was, get the fuck out of Australia. He's like, move to the UK, move to the US because it's just fucking shit here. And he's speaking the fucking truth. It is a little bit fucking frustrating because I need to develop new material for you cunts and my fucking test audiences can't handle fucking shit. I might have to start doing what Ronnie Cheng fucking used to do. After he had released like an hour special, he used to fucking get like 15, 20 people into a room. He'd have no material. He'd just jump on the mic, talk shit, hash out some ideas. He would pay for pizza for everyone in the room and booze and just make them sit there and fucking listen to his unrehearsed bullshit. Maybe I'll have to start doing that. Maybe I'll do that once a month. 15 of you in Sydney, come down to Boyle's unrehearsed, unscripted show. I'll buy you pizza, I'll buy you beers. You just have to fucking listen to me for an hour and expect me to bomb. I think that's the way I have to go. Anyway, that's what you should do in India. This podcast is about me. Never forget that. I'll talk about India maybe Thursday. I really did have plans on talking about India, but you know, when you're talking about yourself, you do get a little bit carried away. All right, that'll do for tonight. If you're enjoying the podcast, give it a share around, and I'll see you the fuck later.